Evening, guys, or afternoon, whatever, morning, whenever you're watching this, whatever. I, again, haven't battled in a while, so I figured, blah, why not? It's been, a week or two. Borderlands 2 came out, and I was like, yeah, play this, but my friends kind of got some shit to do. So I am tiding myself over with some battles, and it tides you over for whatever you guys are procrastinating or waiting for, so everybody wins! Anyway, I'm using that Blandy McBland rain team, because while it is very bland, I do kind of like it. It functions really nicely for me. I don't know why. It's... a lot of people say that the thing that makes me good is that I can take really retarded shit and make it work. But it's nice to just have something that's just there. You know, because I just can't summon the effort to make anything retarded and work at the moment. And a lot of my retarded shit kind of didn't. But this is alright. Anyway, I lead off with my N-Shell. He leads off with a Hippo. You'll notice he had a Hippo and a Tyranitar, so that's two weather inducers. I thought his Hippo would be Sand Force, but obviously not. Anyway, I go into Pharaoh. I'm just going to knock off in seeing what he wants to do. He's going to Whirlwind. I'm assuming he went for Roar and Mist, but at the end of the day, since Hippo gets Roar, I could have called him out on that, but it's like, I don't really care. It amounts to the same thing. Either way, he roars me into Politoed, which is fantastic, because now that gets rid of his sand. I do have a couple of things to do. I figured I'm just going to go for a Toxic. It's going to hit 5 out of 6 of his team apart from the Foray. And if he wants to switch, cool beanies. I get a Toxic on something. He does go into Blissey, so his Blissey can just switch out, but at the end of the day, I don't really care. It's a Blissey. Blissey was a force to be reckoned with, but with Rain Up? Nah, I don't know now. I still do, well, no, I hate Blissey. I hate using it and I hate fighting it. It's one of those strange Pokemon. I mean, even some of the shit, I like Vaporeon and Heatran, I have had some success with using, but Blissey's just so slow. So just dull. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna go to Pharaoh, because I figured he'd go for something like T-Wave or Toxic, and Pharaoh really doesn't care about either. I was a bit worried he'd have Flamethrower, but if it's a Blissey, no special attack investment, and Rain Up, so I wasn't that phased. In comes the T-Tar though, and that could have Fire Blast, and it has Sandstream. So I'm a little bit worried about that. I'd rather not take a Fire Blast to the face, because Pharaoh does actually have some useful applications at the moment. But I set up Elite Seed, and as I say, don't really want to take a Fire Blast. But he's going to go into Rachi as I switch into Politoed, just getting my rain back up. And that's a fight I reckon Politoed can win. I don't really know what this Rachi's gig is. You know, if it's Ironhead T-Wave, I will win, because I can Scald and I can Burn. I have Rest, Sleep, Talk. It'd take a while, but I would eventually win. Or I can even go to Pharaoh and do that. But he does go T-Bolt. He gets a Parahax on me. It doesn't really matter since I can Rest. The only thing that would matter is if I get a Parahax. But I Scald and get a Burn, so I see even Stevens on that one. And, I say, well, okay, if I get paralyzed, then fuck. If I don't, then I get a rest off. So I'm just going to go for that rest. Like I say, a little bit of a gamble, because Politoed is actually kind of useful against 2 Sandstreamers. I mean, I have run that before. Well, that's because I was using a Caracosta as a special wall. And if it didn't have Sand Up, that Caracosta was worthless. It really was. I liked it, but only with Sand Up. If it didn't have Sand, then yeah. But anyway, I don't get Parahax, fortunately, and I get my rest off, so yeah! So now Politoed's sitting pretty, and he keeps going for T-Bolts, so I'm like, okay, I'll just go into Pharaoh then. Pharaoh is chill with taking T-Bolts. I can't think of anything else this Rachi might have. It has HP Fire, then I'll Sponge Den as well. So I go into Pharaoh, as he's going to go for T-Bolt. And here I go for a Power Whip, in case, because I figured he was, like, choiced into it or something, somehow, some way. So I was like, I'll go for a Power Whip, hit anything that comes in. If it's Foray, then blah, I'll knock off Leech Seed, whatever. But he goes Fire Punch, and I'm pretty sure that does less than the T-Bolt did. I could be wrong. But, yeah. Max Defense Ferrothorns is pretty chunky. I'm still not a big fan of it, but it gets the job done, kind of. I don't know. I still hate it because I have some dismal memories of it. Like that time with Volcarona when I had to Fire Blast it 3 times and 2 misses let it get Stealth Rocks and a crit Gyro Ball that lost me the game. Yeah, remember that Ferrothorn, you fucking git. Anyway, in comes T-Tar. I still knew it had Fire Blast in the back of my mind, but I was like, Rachi's kind of dead. I can deal. I mean, he has a Blissey, a Hippo, a T-Tar, and Terrakion. I don't think it would have done much. Anyway, I go into Mien Shao, just say, fuck off, mate. I'm going to U-turn on you. And he's going to go into Fori. Here, I probably should have kind of guessed that he had a lot of special defense, especially if he's got a Hippo and a Blissey. So there ain't much point having a defensive Fori in that. But I go into Magnezone, and once again, my friends, Magnezone's just ability comes into play beautifully, because he doesn't switch into Blissey, he stays in to take Hidden Power Fire. Except he lives. That wasn't what I was expecting. Not gonna lie, that wasn't on the cards for me. So, he does live, he does get up a layer of T-Spikes. Pretty much pointless at the end of the day, because again, the only two things that affect fire is Politoed, which is asleep, and Mien Shao, which has Regenerator. So, Toxic Spikes are really not very good against my team, and I really like that. But either way, thanks once again to Magnezone just having Magnet Pull in the things it can have. I get to free kill on Fori. See, this is why it's good. Anyway, in comes Terrakion. I kind of want to see what its gig is. Is it gonna be Scarf Banded? So I say, right, sack Politoed, because if I can get Rain up, and if it's Scarfed, it'll 2-hit KO me. If it's Banded, it'll 1-hit KO me, and I kind of know, and Mien shall outspeed it, so it's not a problem if it's Banded. If it's Scarfed, Gira's going to have to do it, so we'll see how we go on that. I just go into Politoed, he close combats, it's a 2-hit KO, so it's like, right, Gira's going to have to do it. And Gira can clean up shop at this point, although it kind of depends what he goes into. Because basically, if he went into Tyranitar, it might be a bit closer. It kind of depends what his T-Tar had. After he kills the Politoed, I go into Gyarados, Rain is up, he has an Intimidate, and he's -2 in both defenses. He is going to switch. There is no doubt in my mind, especially, you know, unless he was Expert Belt, in which case I still think Gira would live, because I've got an Intimidate and I am reasonably bulky. I still think I'd pull it off. So, I'm not worried, but he's going to switch out, he's going to go into Hippowdon. Now, I've seen Stealth Rocks, Whirlwind, whatever, and I know Slack Off is there because it's a Hippo. All Hippos must have Slack Off unless they're, like, banded. Even Life Orb ones would have Slack Off, just because it's there. It adds so much to the Hippo. So I know it's going to have EQ. So he's going to bring it in after I DD, and I'm going to taunt him. And now I get another DD, because he's a bug, you know. This is why I love Taunt DD Gira. It's so good, just to cripple people who think, aha, I'll Whirlwind him. Like, oh, wait, no, not Whirlwinding him. If you can get a DD up on a switch, you're pretty much good. The only thing that's really going to get you is like a Scarfed as Elf, or basically Scarfed things will generally kill you if they have T-Bolt, but that's about it, and if you can identify those problems, you can deal with them quite well with, like, Pharaoh, D-Knight, whatever. The world's your oyster with this fucking gear, I love it. Anyway, here I don't go for a taunt, because I was like, oh, it might have T-Bolt, but no, I'm assuming it was Toxic Flamethrower. And after I see the Toxic, I also remember that all the old Flamethrower Toxic Blissies I've seen were either Soft Boil Aromatherapy or Wish Protect. So I predicted him to go for a Protect just to get a bit more Toxic on me, so I go for a DD. He does, however, go for a Soft Boil, and I'm like, right, okay. Basically, the game plan is now, because if I'd gone for the Waterfall there, I would have killed him. I don't know if I'd have killed the Hippowdon, so that other DD might have actually been the smarter thing, or the third DD I got might have actually been the smart thing to do anyway. But at the end of the day, Gira's got 3 turns to kill 3 pokes, one of which is Blissey, and then basically it's his choice of the 2 guys that die, and then he's got to have his last guy sweep everything. Now what I'm thinking, after I kill the Blissey, which I know will die, because I'm +3 now, he'll go into Hippowdon because it literally can't touch my Gyarados, so it's a waste of time. And then I'll go into Tyranitar because Tyranitar's going to get a shit wrecked by Mien Shao. And that'll leave Terrakion. And then with Terrakion, I have 2 options. I can either go into Dragonite and bait him to go Stone Edge, or I can go into Magnezone, bait him to go Close Combat, then go into Dragonite EQ. Or if I go into Dragonite first, I can go into Magnezone or Mien Shao and kill him with whatever I want. That's pretty much it. I have it planned out in my game. The only thing that can go wrong is hacks. So that's the game plan. I just figured I'd get my thoughts across. So there you go, Waterfall the Hippowdon. I do actually take it out. I'm a little bit surprised, because Hippowdon, I know it's super effective enough for Gira, but I don't have much attack, and Hippowdon is so unbelievably godly. It is a really good wall. I just don't use it enough because sand. A lot of people see sand as something useful. I see it as a major hindrance a lot of the time, unless you plan your team around it. But there you go. So he brings in Titar, as I figured he would do. If he brought in Terrakion, he was really screwed. Because any of my guys could kill Titar or Hippowdon. But there you go, down goes my Gira. So Gira got a mini sweep off, which is just like, yeah! I love that Gira, man. It's so simple, yet so evil at the same time. Either way, I'm going to go into Dragonite, because I have that. If I go into Dragonite, that means I have 2 guys for leeway to kill this fucking thing. So I bait him into the Stone Edge, he goes for the Stone Edge, he's going to take out my Dragonite. Cool beans, Dragonite's done its job. And then I have Mienshao or Magnezone, and I decided, I like Mienshao. Kind of. Let's go to Mienshao, high jump kick. Let's get it over with. Because I'm a little bit worried that Magnezone Flash Cannon might not kill, because it's a special defense boost. But Magnezone's a beast. And I have an analytic. Anyway, that is the game. I hope you enjoyed this slightly interesting game. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.